They can hear me?
They can hear you now.
Okay, well, today has been quite a shit show, everybody. You're not supposed to curse in the first 30 seconds, but whatever, here we are. I have been all over the place trying to get stuff working. I've been trying some new stuff, and apparently today was not the day to do it. So, here we are. You know, what am I tried to make things nice for you, and here we are. Okay, so what are we doing? I've been wanting to make rice pudding or arroz con leche for a while, and because I've been eating like the pre-made ones, and so like, ooh, sounds fabulous. Thank you. I'm working on. Basically, I'm working on new intro, new camera setups, all the stuff to try and make things a little bit better. Excuse the dirtiness of my my board here. I'm gonna just take care of that really quickly. But anyways, so we've made Arroz con leche before when we did. That was not too long ago, actually. And the other thing is, I was like, well, Tres Leche cake would take too long, but I do want this, so this is what I'm going to do. So, I'm working on a lot of different things. I'm trying to do like HTML overlays that have a new countdown. I took and put transparent background on Tiny Whisk, and so it like dances and it does a bunch of stuff, and I don't know. It was all working, and then I had to go to the store, and by the time I got back from the store, chaos had ensued and nothing worked.
And I promise I didn't do anything.
And so like I had to scramble to like put things back and whatever. So I haven't really looked at anything. We're just gonna go. So the first thing we want to do is we need to get the right rice. Pam, could you please move? Thanks.
Like moving a tiny orange boulder.
It's just a hairy potato. So I'm using jasmine rice, so any, you've got long grain rice, whatever. That's the best to use it, I think. So we're gonna do our classic, let me get a little strainer thing so that we can strain our rice. Senor Rico.
I haven't seen Senor Rico. I usually see the cozy snack.
I enjoy it a lot. I've been eating a lot of it. So, all right. So I'm just, again, taking our rice here, and we want it to, there's all this starchy water that's coming out. So, just gonna show the camera over here real quick, didn't you?
Starchy water, that was my surfing name.
Yeah. So, it'll come out clear. I'm sorry, there's just so much junk here. I had high intentions. Next week.
Looks as though you might have been doing some yard work though, so.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I was outside, I've got stuff planted outside, I've got to blow outside, I've got to seed the lawn, I've got to fertilize the lawn.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of that stuff too, but I sat on the couch today instead.
Yeah. Alright, so it's kind of running clear. This is only a cup. We don't really need to, it's not going to be like, so. And then we are going to, what are we going to do here? Put that in there. I'm going to get the cream, because we need cream, and I'll get the milk. I have cream, but I don't have a half and half. Nope, that's buttermilk. Don't use that. Unless you really want it to be like...
Hey, it could be like a farm thing.
Well, this week has been fun. I mean, I was busy. I finally moved into my new office at work.
Oh, good.
I've got a lot to work on there. But it is much better. It's probably double the size of the office I had, but that's not by much. My old office was a postage stamp.
And it's an office. It's not a...
So, okay. So, let's make a cocktail. I thought I had Dulce de Leche and I don't. So, we're just going to wing it. I have aged rum, golden rum, which is basically all it is. You can use dark rum. You're going to use a rocks glass.
So if you had the Dulce de Leche, it was going to go into the cocktail?
Yeah, it would have a little bit in the cocktail too. So realistically, 2 cups of whole milk. I got that right here. I need to put that in there because it needs to start to simmer. I forgot. So that's a 2-to-1 ratio if anybody's paying attention. I always like to move this rice around when I put it in a container, even if I put it in like the Instant Pot or a rice cooker, just because I found when I do it, the rice sticks on the bottom. So if you get it coated in sort of the fattiness of it, then you're... Oh, actually, I lied there. I need a cup of half and half too. Again, it's going to be... We want it to absorb all of this, so that's 2 leches. But that's not the third inning. That's actually not has anything to do with it. Let's put it that way. Okay, where did this come from? Nope. Oh, over here. That's the milk.
Yeah, we'd find it eventually.
How's everybody else doing? I hope you're well. Pinch of salt. Because what does salt do? It makes sweet things sweeter. Amy's been rearranging the cabinet, and that's been good, but I hate this apron. I mean, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. It bunches up badly. Okay, and that's it. So I'm gonna stir this around again to kind of mix everything. And this is going to come to a, what do we got here? Low simmer, bring it to a boil over, and then bring it back down. We're going to stir it a lot. Now, cocktail. So this is supposed to be a Dulce de Leche cocktail, so that it does have itself. Mostly you're just supposed to do a swirl around it. So that we're, whatever. This is just going to be Kahlúa, rum, and cream, it looks like.
That's nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, sounds pretty good overall. We'll see though, right? 2 ounces of rum. Again, if I'm gonna have it, I might as well do it, right? Well, there's no leches in the cocktail anymore. Well, oh, sorry, there's one. There's the cream. There's no Dulce de Leche because Doug is not smart sometimes.
You have some sweetened condensed milk in the pantry. You could.
I mean, I have sweetened condensed milk right here, but it takes 4 hours to make it right.
Well, you could just add that. All it's going to do is make it sweeter anyway.
Yeah, and that's one of the leches we're putting in the rice. So 1 ounce of Kahlúa. And this is where if you had some sort of caramel, I don't even know. Do I have anything in here that's like...
Not that I know of, but...
I don't... See, this is the thing. Like, everything I have is like savory. Where's my sweet stuff? I could put some maple syrup in there, but that's probably not going to do anything. Yeah. Annoyed. This is my annoyed face. What do I have here? Lime juice? Simple syrup? Probably needs a little bit of... That's the... Here, we'll just add some sugar.
There you go.
Okay. And then, what do we got here? 1 ounce of cream. The heavier, the better. This is a lot.
You could put half and half in there, and then it would be 3.
True.
As our friend Adriana taught us, half and half is heavy cream and milk.
That is true. I mean, how can it be bad? It's basically like it's a rum.
Yeah, it's a White Russian, only
with rum.
whatever the rum version is called.
Look at that. Cinnamon. You can just do a little. What is going on? These cats. First of all, Blue has been throwing up all day. Came out to just a sickening amount of vomit on the floor. Like the amount of vomit that like makes you concerned that more than one thing.
I had that
was
right
vomiting?
before I left on vacation with Gus.
So. Well, that doesn't suck.
Does the dude abide?
I mean, I like it with the rum quite a bit. So, make that.
I think it would be better with the rum. Not as...
Yeah, well, the vodka is a little sharp. It can be, at least.
Yeah, I prefer it without the vodka.
So, let's talk Hungary history a little bit here. If I can find it. I am very bad at my job today. Nope, here it is. So, Arroz con leche, the ancient one. Rice pudding is arguably one of the oldest dessert concepts still in regular rotation. This is why you have to stir it a lot. Because the rice, as I said, is sticking a little bit. Which is fine. This is why stirring helps. I turn this down because, you know, we know our guy here is a little bit hot to trot. Ow. Hot milk, hot milk. A whining dog? Sorry.
No, they're both right here.
Oh, okay. I just hear something whining.
Probably that fat cat looking for food.
What I was saying, rice cultivation began around 8000 BCE. The earliest rice puddings were likely just rice cooked in milk or coconut milk with a sweetener of some sort. By the time the Moors brought rice to Spain in the 8th century, arroz con leche as we know it, rice simmered in milk with cinnamon and sugar, was taking shape. Just making sure I didn't do that what I was going to do. And then every country has their own version. You've got Kir, which we've made on this show before. Mexico uses cinnamon sticks and condensed milk. Argentina adds dulce de leche. Colombia sometimes uses coconut. The Philippines has champorado, which is with chocolate. Kir. Basically, it's the same idea though. Rice, sugar, and milk, and then something aromatic. So the simplicity is what simplicity about this dish is what I like, is because it's like, again, 3 things, right? And the starch from the rice and the milk fats and all that are playing together here. So Tres Leches. Tres Leches cake is a soaked sponge cake, which we have not done before.
No.
Mostly because I think the sponge cake takes too long. But we have done sponge cake, so we could just do a sponge cake and then add the
See how to assemble
the whole thing. But realistically, we could what is it? We could do the cake. I mean, the cake could do it, and we could do something else and then soak it all together or whatever. So.
Okay, I like that idea. I will take it next week. Have some fresh strawberries.
Okay. So, and then, evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, and heavy cream. Its exact origin is debated. Mexico, Nicaragua, and some other Latin American countries all claim it. The most widely cited theory is that it emerged in the mid-20th century, possibly tied to marketing of canned milk products, which is probably the more than likely true thing, right? And so one thing that is infuriating about like a lot of foods is because of canned foods during the war and post-war, you have a lot of food like myths about when stuff actually came to be. It can't be that. I mean, sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk were not before like the 20th century. So you've got that one. Let's see. Whether it exists before or the cans or because the cans is the arguably notice nobody can settle. What is debated is it became cultural icons across all of Latin America and remains one of the most beloved celebration desserts in the Western Hemisphere. I had a Dulce de Leche cake for my groom's cake for when I got married because I like it so much.
It's delicious.
Most people don't think about, but 3 milks in the Tres Leches are not interchangeable. They do have a specific job. The evaporated milk, in our case tonight, half and half, provides body and liquid volume without being too heavy. Sweetened condensed milk is the sweetness engine, and then the milk, it is milk that's cooked down with sugar until thick and syrupy. Heavy cream is for the richness, of course, and as I said, the fat coats everything. This is at where we want it to be in terms of our simmer. Very, very light simmer. So, if you only use 1 milk, the dessert would be flat. You know, that's not to say that if you use your recipe for arroz con leche or kir, whatever, you're going to get very similar. This is more to top it and to add more just flavor right in your face, right? That's basically what we're doing. And then they create a layered complex soap that is greater than any single milk can deliver, I think. And ratios matter. Too much condensed milk and it's too sweet. Too much cream and it's too heavy. The balance is the game, right? So I'm using rice. Again, rice absorbs lots of liquid, and it also, again, is going to be starchy. So when I add this onto the top of what we're doing here, it's going to, that starch is going to mix with the 3 milks, and it's going to really cause us some good things. Has anybody made rice pudding lately, or likes rice pudding? I was going to do something for spring, but I was like, I want a dessert. Are you caught up on your sleep from your trip, Denise?
I think finally, as of yesterday, actually, my mom and I think we got the COVID.
Uh-oh.
Because we couldn't taste anything and just kind of a nasty cold after.
Yeah.
So I went all the way to Amsterdam, and all I brought back was COVID. And art.
Well, hopefully that's it. Not in the last 30 years, Ping says. Well, I do recommend it. Though you can get the little containers of Arroz con leche from the grocery outlet near my house. It's like $1.25, and it's like a perfect late night snack. Though I have had it with raisins before. When did I have that?
Did that deli we go to have raisins in theirs?
It might have.
I like it with those cardamom or...
Yeah, the cured like version of this, the Indian version of like this is my favorite. I think.
I had it with like pistachios, I think, before.
Yeah, and I think that there's a nice variation to everything that you can kind of get it with whatever toppings or mix-ins as you want. I think the important thing is getting the base flavors, which is, again, whatever you're going to use. This pretty well. You want to use like quality ingredients for most things. So, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's a fair point thing. No, you're right. I've been wanting to make my own version because I think I want to make kheer maybe this weekend too. Because when I go, if I can get it at an Indian restaurant, I eat the hell out of that. There's a place in Midtown here in Reno, the little neighborhood that's what is that place called? I can't remember. Anyways, they do an Indian lunch buffet, and I haven't been in a couple of years, but they have like all you can eat Indian food, and it's wonderful. And then for dessert they have like cure that you can get, and I just used to like I'd eat a bunch, and I would just go and scoop like 4 bowls of it, and it was like ridiculous.
You leave now. You eat all rice pudding.
Yes, the cardamom episode was like 3 episodes ago or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I think we talked about it then too.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna kind of need to be on top of this because the last like 10 minutes of where we're at here is kind of critical. We need to make sure that we are not, again, allowing this to stick because of the starchiness of the rice is releasing. And that starch, as we all know, is a great thickener. Milk is absorbing that, and it's being absorbed into rice, and that is going to give it that's where the thickness of this dish is going to start to come together. So, and the cinnamon stick, you could, if you didn't have a cinnamon stick, you could, yes, John, Indian kebab and curry. It's amazing. But the cinnamon stick is going to give it a nice, subtle cinnamon flavor throughout the whole thing, which is good. So the one thing that we have to think about this too is this is going to be hot when we're done with it, right? It's going to be hot. And we're just going to continue to watch it to make sure that this rice is absorbing everything. But as it cools, it's going to absorb more. It's going to thicken more. So make sure that is a thing that you keep in mind as you're doing this. But I think I didn't really realize it, but maybe kheer is like a comfort dessert or sweet rice dish. What is your what is your comfort go-to dessert? Though I just love desserts in general, so there's probably come on, Pim, you're really messing things up over there.
He really did, little shit.
He has been a holy terror so Amy is not here tonight because she is at a delegate assembly for the union, and she's representing Nevada State Education Association and WA and other stuff like that. And so she's in meetings. I think she's in a meeting until 10
tonight, she said.
And she's she likes what she is doing, but you're dealing with some people politicians, not politicians in the traditional sense, but
people with their own agendas. Exactly. And trying to get stuff done.
And so she's just she's not a political beast. And no. She, I love her to death. And we were talking about this, that a thing that, I don't know, Amy and I like to do a lot is I always tell my students and people that I talk to, if I'm in a situation that was tense or kind of volatile and hairy potato. The question that I kind of like to ask in a internal monologue is was I the asshole in that conversation? What is my part in making it kind of volatile and just having some self-reflection and allowing you to sort of look back on an interaction with as neutral of a mindset as you can. So. And
I don't think these people do that.
No, and you can see it in conversations with. I mean, a lot of people don't. I think it's I think a thing that is readily apparent to me is that people are so busy wanting to be right that they're never in a position to let themselves entertain the possibility that maybe they're wrong. And you have to be passionate about your positioning. I totally get that. I don't think that should be discounted. But I also think that you need to be able to get things done. You have to be able to position yourself in a way that you have to take culpability and empathy towards other people. So
Yeah, you have to open up to listen to other ideas. Otherwise,
and understand when you're defeated. And sometimes like if you follow the rules and a body of people, you know, vote against you, move along. But, you know, who knows? There's a lot of different like avenues to this is just in general. I think this is really thick.
I can see it thickening up on the side there.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift it up a little bit, but this has sort of happened really quickly where the milk has just kind of gone really, really loosely or thick in there. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a spoon. I'm just going to give the rice a little taste. I want it to be tender, but not like mush. So this is where...
I can smell it now.
Yeah. Well, we're getting there. Okay. You're also going to notice we have not put any sugar in this. Because our friend Sweetened Condensed Milk is going to give as much sweetness as we need to this. So we're just going to let this go. I do think we have maybe about 2-3 more minutes of absorption. It's still got enough tooth that it's not just like that soft rice that you're looking for. So, but notice I have been stirring like crazy to keep it from burning or sticking to the bottom. So that cat is a menace, by the way. I know he looks like he's like a little sweetheart. But
right before he did the camera thing, he started attacking my ear out of nowhere.
No, yeah, he likes to bite my face in the morning to wake me up so that I'll feed him. No, he only does that because Amy's not here, and he would do it to her normally. And what he's taken to doing is he has taken to, sleeping on our bedside table. Whatever's on there be damned. So he just knocks it on the floor. Like right now, Amy's lamp and a bunch of stuff is like knocked onto the bed. And I'm just like, I don't have the energy to deal with you right now. So.
Well, at least he's cute.
Yeah. What else is going on? So when this gets to, we'll just take a little.
It does smell good.
Yeah, we're pretty close. I mean, if I could turn this down any lower, which I really can't. But this is just going to, again, this is going to continue. Like, look at.
Oh, yeah.
So, rice is an amazing thing. We have taken to eating a lot of rice. And not only is it versatility, like, in whatever dish you put it in, it's really great. So, I don't know why I'm telling you that. But, all right, so let's talk about some science here. Sweetened condensed milk is whole milk with about 60% of its water removed. Then it's mixed with sugar at roughly 45% sugar by weight. That's a lot. So,
no wonder it's delicious.
yeah. It's also why you can take one of these cans just like this, throw it in boiling water for like 4 hours on like a steady simmer boil. You will probably have to have a big enough pot, or the other thing you could do is you could probably throw it in a pressure cooker.
Some people, there's directions on how to just do it in a crock pot. You just set the water in the cans in a crock pot and let it go. And that's where you get your Dulce de Leche.
Oh man, this is good. I think I want to turn this off. Here's the thing. It's a little chewy still, but I think as it cooks a little bit more with no heat on it, that'll take care of itself. And it'll absorb more liquid because we're pouring more liquid on top of this, remember. So I want it to be I actually kind of want it to be this thick. Because when I add the rest of the stuff, well, the sweetened condensed milk is thick, and then the heavy cream is going to be that, and so it's, we've got a lot going on here. Okay.
Like, what are you getting out of there?
It's like a Swisher sweet. I got a really good deal on these. No, on these cinnamon sticks. That's perfect, Doug. Costco had a really good deal on them, and so I love Costco, by the way. It's I think the first one, John, or the second one, John. It's definitely thick.
They usually have a good deal on vanilla beans too.
Yeah, which I actually have some in there. You don't have to do the smooths that I'm doing, but I think like there's a lot of like probably goodness and like the absorption of the cinnamon flavor of those rice that were in there probably will add a nice big flavor to everything. So let's go this way. I was gonna stay the night at the Nugget with Amy today, and then Blue decided to be a sick guy.
I'm sorry, Blue.
Oh, it's okay, Denise. I just puked all over in my bag, which Dad has to clean up. So, okay. I was gonna make some whipped cream, which I still might, but remove the cinnamon stick. Stir in 1 table vanilla extract, which I happen to have right here. That's about right.
Ooh yeah.
Oh yeah. It is. Look at that. That's good. Now, pour the rice. Oops. You can leave this as it is, or you can pour it into your big bowl. Which I'm just gonna get one of these. This bowl here. And then we'll pour the Tres Leches over the top of it. But you could, at this point, you can put it into serving bowls, and then, because then you're going to dress it in the bowl at the basically at the table with the Tres Leches per individual. But we're not going to do that.
That's my bowl.
I'm not letting any of this go to waste, I can tell you that much. Immediately post-show, I have to go back to the grocery outlet because right now, so I drink cherry Dr. Pepper. I drink a lot of it. And most grocery stores, to be perfectly frank with you, it's hard to find the regular, you can find like the sugar-free one. And sometimes grocery outlet gets these phenomenal deals on like soda that is, I don't know, close to, or some bottle change or something like that, or
overstock or
whatever,
something.
But currently, I buy them 2 for $4.50 at the Rainbow Market, and then you got to add $40 on top of that. But where's my other bowl? Oh, we're just gonna do it so I can pour it. Okay. This guy can live here. I want to make sure I get the exact thing here. Okay. So what is this? Is this 14 ounces? Sure is, everybody. I'm going to use this stuff. We'll see how much it uses, but...
I've never had a strawberry Dr. Pepper.
They're not my favorite.
Deefy's preferred.
I find Deefy that the strawberry ones are okay, but I feel like they taste super chemically. Why? What is going on today? Is somebody sabotaging me?
Amy's messing with you.
I'm I'm gonna have to check this because the can opener is missing. And without the can opener, it's gonna be really tough to get this open. What is happening? Seriously. Oh, here it is. It's in a completely wrong drawer.
Amy.
Yes. What, John? Stop coming into my house and messing with my stuff. See, now it's so thick, double C as John would say, or four C's, that you've got to come in with a spatula. So, anyways, they've got cherry Dr. Pepper in 16-ounce cans or bottles, 3 for $1, which is ridiculous. So, I don't know how much cherry Dr. Pepper I'm going to buy tonight, but it's more than a human being probably should buy at once. I also just could put a refrigerator in my office at work so I can bring a bunch to work. It is really thick at the bottom here. Don't mind my spit here.
I don't mind.
Okay. It's gonna go in hot stuff. It'll be fine. But look, I don't want to leave that because that's like super condensed and
yeah.
It's the condensedest of the condensed, sweetened condensed milk. If that is a thing.
Extra condensed milk.
Extra condensed milk. Okay. And I need, what is it? 1 cup? No, yeah, 1 cup of cream. Hopefully I have one.
This is the diet version, folks.
It's okay. You're not going to eat this for every meal, so don't let anybody shame you. I know where Tiny Whisk is. Like he lives in a very specific spot. Now, I don't know if this is a job for Tiny Whisk, but I think we'll just go with our friend, the French Whisk. Oui, oui.
Whisk, whisk.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Amy Benambuki.
Hello, my meeting.
She probably can't hear.
Yeah, it's true. That color a little bit of this, so that's fun. Since we've got that done. Go back over here, and we are going to pour this over the top, and we're going to pour all of it. So.
It is my bowl. Is the feed broken?
Huh?
Is the feed broken?
Is the feed broken? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, it's got a spinning thing. What do we...
I don't see it spinning here.
Oh, yeah. No, we're fine. I think it's just the internet speed being stupid.
Boy, you just can't win today.
Seriously, technology and I are not friends, so I don't really know. I'm dropping frame rates like crazy, but that seems to be okay. But that needs to go to green.
Oh, I see.
No. Okay, I think. How about now? Oh, I'm behind on my stream, but it might be catching up.
It is green now.
Yeah. Okay, give it a sec. You'll see me on camera here shortly. It should be. Let's go. Okay, I poured this over the top. Now again, this needs to sit for 10 minutes. So what are we going to do for 10 minutes? Well, I'm going to drink this cocktail and make another one, and then we're going to make whipped cream. Because this is going to sit and absorb. So I'm actually going to throw this in the refrigerator. I'm just going to make sure that I'm breaking it up a little bit here. The other one we'll have to do. We're going to do an off-camera handoff. I got to just go right here, I think. Oh, that was almost close. Actually, we'll just take this off. Sorry, everybody. I know this is thrilling TV of us trying to figure some stuff out, but I need to package that pork up anyways. Package that pork up. Okay. So. That is really, really, it's like I mean, again, I don't know if it's the caramely notes that the rum adds, but I think I like it better than it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, John, I know this sounds blasphemous, but I think I might like it better than a White Russian. So, yeah, I was going to show you the butter. I used it to bake bread this week, but one of the things, it did come out really well. And I took the lid off there, but again, not perfect on my pushing into there, but here's our butter. So, and the salted butter came out good too. So, well, I'm glad you learned something last week, John. I mean, it's a real crapshoot around here if anybody learns anything, especially me. So, Jack, is there a reason why you're in the kitchen? How'd everybody? Oh, hey, John, how'd you like the earthquake last week? How'd you like that earthquake last week?
So my mom called me and I was sleeping because I had the COVID.
Yeah.
But when I talked to her later, she's like, "Yeah, I was calling you because we were having a 5.7 earthquake in Fallon."
Well, it's
And
funny.
then-
I was out in the garage, like I had just finished like doing some stuff with the gas tank and the fuel sending unit, and with the new one, and then all of a sudden I'm like walking, and all of a sudden I'm like.
I didn't feel
holy
it,
crap.
but I think the dogs, I was out of it.
Yeah.
But then Mom sent me a bunch of pictures from, and
Well,
I saw all my friends' pictures
It
from.
was so close to Fallon and Fernley. It was like
It
right
was
between
at
them.
La Haunton. That's just,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, that's just like 10 minutes away from downtown Fallon.
Yeah, it's very.
The Walmart shelves were all crashed, and
Yeah, I saw a lot of pictures of people.
it was quite fun there. Mom said Dad had to bear hug the grandfather clock.
I agree with you, John. Come over. We'll drink White Russians and whatever. We'll figure out what we want to call this, and we'll get actual Dulce de Leche added as well, and we'll watch The Big Lebowski. I got a beverage here, man.
You were drinking a Dominicana.
Is that what Amy's texting you?
No, I just Googled.
Oh.
I used the Googly.
Oh, gotcha. It's already. I don't know. Let me see what we're doing next
You could
week.
drink a bushwhacker.
What's
That's what you're drinking, but with coconut and cream de cacao blended in.
I don't have any coconut, but
You can make a gorilla milk next week.
first of all, I'm going to drink anything called gorilla milk.
That's that with a banana blended in.
It was crazy because, like, the thing with the earthquake is always about earthquakes around here because, Nevada is like the second most seismically active state in the country, Alaska being the first. It's Alaska, Nevada, California, I believe.
Yeah,
but
where this hit, there's not a...
Yeah, it was a little bit odd when I looked
one
it
of
up.
the more active fault lines in this state.
Listen, we could actually probably make a duck fart too. Do I have all the ingredients for a duck fart? And I'll do it just for you, Ping. I haven't had a duck fart in 20 years. Kahlúa, Bailey's, and whiskey. Yep, I got all of that.
Oof. Oof, that just made my stomach go
Wait,
funny.
do I have Bailey's or did Amy drink it all? I definitely have bourbon or whiskey. Amy, do we have Bailey's? We may have to postpone until next week until I can get some Irish cream. The thing about the duck fart is it actually isn't that bad. I mean, what's to be bad about it? I mean, it's basically, yeah. It just, the name is something else, right? Mm-mm. And you layer it, right? So
Yeah, it says layered.
you have Kahlúa at the bottom, then the Baileys, and then the whiskey floats on top. So you mix it. That's why when you throw it, you get the whiskey, and then it's like, ooh, look, that's a weird combination of
Crown
flavors.
Royal is traditional. Do you have Crown?
I do not, but
Do I have Crown?
this is the limited edition 150th anniversary
That should
Frey
work.
Ranch. This is out of Fallon. Yep. And they made, because UNR, the place I work, University of Nevada, Reno, where we all went to school, they just turned 150 last year? Yeah, last year.
Last year.
Or 2 years ago. I don't know what the hell it was. But they made, there was a lot of different places that made 150th anniversary stuff. There's a winery that Amy and I belong to called Three Fat Guys. And one of the three fat guys, he played football at UNR. And so he partnered with the university, and they created 150th anniversary red wine for them. So
we have bottles of that too.
yeah, so
How does it smell?
it actually smells pretty great. It's a
there's-
little bit of cinnamon into there, but it doesn't smell like super alcoholic to my face.
Their stuff is getting some awards. They're doing a good job.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of good things happening in like the culinary, gardening type things. Oh, speaking of gardening, I have 2 giant pumpkins up and ready. I have to get them in. I have to prepare the area. The thing that's funny is they introduced a category for judgment that's biggest pumpkin grown in 150 or less square feet.
Oh, perfect.
Which, that's going to be me.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I can get something going. I'm going to take this spoon that has some sweetened condensed milk, and I'm just going to...
Well, yeah.
just
You'd
see what happens
be
when I
dumb not
stir
to.
this up. What else we got going on here? Okay. What else? Let me talk about side dish science here a little bit more. So, starch absorption. Why does the starch or the rice work like the cake? as we know, when rice cooks in liquid, the starch granules absorb the water or whatever you're cooking it in, and they swell up, and they get you get gelatinization. So the granules burst open, release amylose and amylopectin, and then that's the gel-like network that is throughout the pudding. This network makes up the rice pudding thick and creamy instead of just wet rice, which nobody wants just wet rice. That sounds gross. But, and then when you, oh, sorry, hold on. I lost my place. When you pour the Tres Leches soak over the warm pudding, the starch network acts as a sponge. The warm, open starch matrix pulls the soak through the capillary action and absorption. That's very sciencey. And you get, this is the exact same mechanism that makes Tres Leche cake work. Sponge cake's gluten network absorbs the soak the same way that the rice starch does, and it does just as well. It could even do it better, but we'll see. Because the starch is more aggressive absorber than gluten is. Why does temperature matter? Warm pudding absorbs the soak faster and more completely than cold pudding. The starch network is still expanding and flexible when it's warm, and then the channels between the granules are open. The reason I put it in there, though, is it's still going to be warm enough, but as it cools, it's going to be pulling that in there. So that's why I want it on there. They're not, the three milks are not the three versions of the same thing. Again, we talked about this. The condensed milk is the sweetness and structure, cream is the richness and flavor delivery, and then half and half is the balance between all of it. If you had evaporated milk, you could add that as well. I think that would be fun. Yeah. If you guys have not, you should, if you like kind of sciencey food stuff, Harold McGee on Food and Cooking, the Science of Lore and the Kitchen is a great book. I actually have a copy of it. It's really kind of a fun thing. So, all right. The problem is, it's not really a problem. I don't think we need whipped cream, do you?
No.
It's going to be fine. Let's
That's
take a look.
just a filler.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Ooh.
I can see it's absorbed a little bit. I'm going to give it another stir. And the bowl is still warm. So. Hopefully. This could take however long. I don't know. I mean, it takes a long time for the Tres Leches to do it. So I'm actually going to just put it over here. And we might just take a bit and pour it into a little bowl with the liquid as it is. And then tomorrow, it's going to be even better than it is.
I got you.
Oh, you already got me stuff. Denise is on top of it, everybody.
Multitasking.
So is this something that you think you would kind of want to make, or is it just a thing where you're like, I just buy the ones in the containers at the store? I don't think it's very hard. Like, the process isn't hard. I think it's more what you want to do. What I would do, though, while we have some time, is you go like the video. Please do that. That's nice. And if you haven't subscribed to, we have some new people out there. Say hi in the chat first of all, and then go and subscribe. What should we do next week? Anybody got any ideas for next week? Well, I got a Tres Leche. We got one vote for Tres Leche cake. I did not treat myself very nicely today and eat very much.
Oh.
So.
You need a ride to the grocery outlet?
No, I'll be fine. I did make bread, though, the other day. I almost used something with bread. Because, again, I always like showing off the sandwich. But, oh, look, there's a hairy potato running down the hallway. He wants his dinner. Though he's had his pre-dinner, it looks like.
Yeah, but he's licking his chops.
Yeah. He loves to go in, and then he loves to run down the hallway and act like he's never eaten before in his life. I don't know if Amy's still out there, but how long? How old is he now?
When did we go?
I can't remember.
January?
I think that sounds right. Why is this drink giving me a stomachache? That's weird. All right. We're going to try it, and then we're going to see what happens. I think the flavor is going to be... I think it just needs... I mean, I can already tell it is soaked a little bit more than it was before.
Yeah,
but
it just needs to...
it needs to sit... Oh, yeah. See?
Yeah,
Like
just
it's...
scoop us a little of
Yeah.
the clumpy stuff. And...
Yeah. Deefy, we'll be talking. Also, so this was funny. So in Discord, I get a little message from Deefy that's like, on the Minecraft server, there's mailboxes, and she's like, "Hey, do you have a mailbox?" And I was like, "No, but I can get one." And she's like, "Well, I'm making you something." And so I'm like, "Cool." I go and make a mailbox, and I'm like, I don't know what this could be, but it could. I definitely knew it was related to the show. Deefy, do you want to tell everybody what you made? Because it was hilarious that when you started it too. That made me I think laugh the most. So
we should definitely make this at home, folks.
it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that don't suck. You know what you can do though? You dig a little cinnamon sugar too. There's a little.
I think it's good as is.
It is, but I'm gonna. Why no, Ping? Why no? You should be celebrated. You're an amazing person. It is so good. Oh my God. Basically, I don't know. I'll wait for Deefy if she's going to post it, but it was very funny. It has to do with last week's episode for sure. This doesn't suck, huh, Denise?
No.
So it said a watch churn never butters, and it was like a picture of a piece of butter on a little plate and she made it. So there on the server that we play on, there's a place called Map World, and what you can do is, for those of you who don't know, you can go around. You can like use blocks to create pictures, and then you use a map to go around. And if you go around the right area, it makes a map of those blocks, and then it shows a picture. It's a very fun. It was very fun thing, and it's a fun process, and I think the people who do it are amazingly talented. Anyways, again, it says watch churn never butters, and I don't know if Amy said it or who said it, but it was really really funny. And as soon as I got it, I knew you had made something from Map World. And I thought for a minute that it might be Tiny Whisk, but I wasn't sure. And then when I put it on, I was pleasantly, I giggled for a good minute. So, the benefit of this is this is not overly sweet. It's sweet, but it is not overly sweet because we didn't add any sugar at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I really like that.
I will say the complexity of the flavor is different from the Arroz con leche that, like at the store. That's more bright.
Mm-hmm.
This is more rich and more full flavored, I think. I could probably eat this for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But then I'd have to lay down for a nap. All right. So, what did we learn? Don't try and change a bunch of things like the night before your show's supposed to do something. That's just a silly pants. But next week, hopefully I'll have some more stuff. And I'm trying to use, while I like the camera we're using, the way it portrays light is a little bit brighter than I like. So I'm trying to use my phone, which has a really good camera on it. And then I had the GoPro set up, but even that didn't work. So I don't know. We'll try it again. But if you have ideas, in the description, our Discord is in there. You should join our Discord. If you have a Discord, you should do it. I'm trying to be better. I posted some music recommendations in there. Speaking of which, one of the things I posted in there was, I saw somewhere something before the end of the show here. I want to just say this, but Amy and I, big Lord of the Rings fans, right? Our house is called Bin Book Inn. So I came across somewhere that there's this like AI. It's made by a person, but they used AI Studio, Google's AI Studio, and then used the Music Studio to generate music based on the Lord of the Rings story. And it is disco-y and funny. And I posted a link to it in the Discord, and you should listen to it because it is an earworm that is highly addictive. And there's just a lot of funny lines in there, and I think you should look at it. And then the other one is, we talked about this a little bit, it's by the 502s. It's called Your Nonsense Makes Sense. And I think that is like, the lyrics of that remind me of what we do here. So take a listen to that and let me know what you think too. But on that note, we will see you definitely next week, better prepared, and maybe we'll do something savory. I don't know. Oh, we could do steak frites. Oh,
I do like steak frites.
That's good. We're going to do that. I love you all. We love you all. Thank you for coming. Remember to be kind, to be loyal, give grace where you can, and do something nice for somebody next week. They will really appreciate it. We love you very, very much, and we will see you next week. And watch one of our other videos. We'd like that too. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.